So so that's your diet, and then what's your training like now? So you're big into body weight exercises. So tell us about that. How did you experience great progress with body weight training? Because for me, a long time
Yeah,
I believed that you weren't able to build a like great physique with body weight exercises, but now I stand corrected. It is possible to build a great body with bodyweight exercises, because in order to be good with bodyweight exercises you have to be fit, you know.
yeah.
And well, I'm gonna cover this more in the upcoming product I'm writing. It's called the ultimate the no, that's the existing one, but the anabolic rewiring method. So more about that in future months. But anyway, so how was your experience with bodyweight training?
Well, as I said, I started this because it was my only alternative at that point.
Right.
But you know, uh, the the results I got are so good, and I'm so happy with them. Sure, like if you wanna compete in a bodybuilding contest, you probably need to train in a gym, mostly for squats. Like the only thing that bodyweight training you could say misses out on is squats, loaded squats.
But you
For
can still
you
like
can do pistol squats.
with the
Yeah,
kettlebell, right? But it's yeah, it's not the same thing as a barbell squat. Barbell squats are like a category by itself.
yeah, yeah. It's like
But
for
you
me,
can develop good legs with pistol squats with a kettlebell.
yeah, yeah. You can. I do pistol squats loaded. I have like a bag with extra weight, and
Okay.
I do those. But the only problem is that pistol squats are not that easy for all people. It takes a lot of working on mobility,
Yeah.
and it takes patience. So I mean, no program is perfect. For me, the best workout plan would be bodyweight exercise plus squats.
Okay.
I mean, homemade muscle is not against
Yeah, yeah,
training in
of
the
course.
gym. It's about training, uh, being strong no matter what um, your situation is. And for me, bodyweight exercises, they're multi-joint exercises. What I like is that they build analogous strength in the connective tissues,
Mm-hmm.
because some machines and stuff, you don't train your ligaments as well as you do in bodyweight exercises.
Yeah.
Core activation is superior than than all machines probably.
Dude,
You have
when
balance.
I'm doing pull-ups after like a long break, I
Hmm.
really feel soreness in my upper abs. Like it's really
Yeah, yeah,
insane. That's how much your abs actually work with like good body weight exercises.
yeah. I mean, pull-ups are sort of like a vertical planche as well, because you're keeping your body straight and tight.
Yeah, yeah.
Like on a planche you're on the floor, but on a pull-up you're hanging off pull-up bar, and you still have to keep your body straight.
Hmm.
So core activation is amazing. You have kinesthetic awareness a lot more, and in my opinion, like no gym pushing machine can compete with handstand push-ups. No gym lat down machine can compete with pull-ups.
Yeah.
No gym crunching machine can compete with dragon flags. I mean, I love dragon flags. No gym machine can compete with one arm push-ups, which are amazing for your shoulders, your arms, and they're even amazing for your abs. When I started doing one arm push-ups, I woke up the other day and I felt like someone was yeah, giving me punches, in my stomach the last day. And you need so much stability in one arm pull-ups, and basically your obliques need to stabilize the anti-rotatory movement that comes,
Yeah.
because you're suddenly you're leaning on one hand instead of two. So your body has to be really tight when you're doing all these advanced progressions. And that's what I love about it, is that you train your whole body as a whole. And the reason I keep on doing bodyweight is, I mean, I could train at the gym now, but number one, like the feeling of reward, like gaining greater self mastery over your own body, feeling that you can do most of the possible movements of your body feels a lot more functional. it's more motivational. It's more fun for me. It's generally more rewarding. Um, and I also feel that this is like sort of my personal. This is my personal philosophy: is that once you learn to master your physical body, it also covers. It also carries over to your inner body. You know, your
Yeah.
mind. I mean, when you learn to balance my body, I feel that I also learn to balance my mind, and that's the whole philosophy behind homemade muscle.
Yeah, that's great. And one thing I like about bodyweight training is that you have to be in a good shape in order to be good with bodyweight exercises. Because, for example, in strength training, I mean, I love both kinds of exercises, with a barbell, dumbbells, and also bodyweight. But here's the thing: you can be totally out of shape but be strong, like be good with deadlift, squat,
Yeah,
but be have a huge belly, like your typical power lifter.
yeah,
But
yeah,
a typical power lifter can't do bodyweight exercises. Maybe there's an exception to the rule, but usually if you have
sure.
a lot of fat on yourself, you're not gonna perform well. But if you're good with bodyweight exercises, though, your chances are you're gonna be also really strong with the barbell lifts. So I think that bodyweight training is also a great like starter for people who are getting their feet wet in
Yeah,
strength training.
yeah. I mean, it also motivates you to keep your weight under control because if you're
Yeah,
training at the gym, you don't care about your body weight that much. But when you're doing body weight exercises, like every extra pound counts, you know. And the more you get passionate about it, the more you need to be lean in order, you know, to get all those progressions. I mean,
mm,
when I gain like 2 or 3 kilos, I can feel it in my
yeah,
exercises, you know.
yeah, definitely, especially pull-ups for me.
Yeah, yeah, and you know your whole body has to be strong. I mean, if you do handstand push-ups and you don't have a strong core, man, I mean your body starts shaking like a leaf. I've seen it in a lot of people.
So you can do handstand push-ups without the support of a wall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can do free handstand push-ups as well. Like not a lot of reps. Like
But you can
depends.
hold a handstand.
Yeah, I can hold a
Well,
handstand
that's
up to.
impressive. I'm actually trying to do this.
I'm trying to get the 1 minute, and I can. My record in free handstand push-ups is 11.
Wow, that's really impressive. It
Mm.
just goes to show what like determination really gives you. Practice makes perfect. Actually,
Yeah,
this is one of my three big rules for building a great body. So size follows strength. Strength
hmm
is a skill, and skill can only come from diligence if you actually like paid your dues every day. So you practice and practice. And I think with especially with bodyweight exercises like this I think it's synaptic facilitation, which means that the more you practice something, the better your neurons are able to fire in your
yeah,
muscles. So, and bodyweight exercises are prime example that there's no way around it. I mean, you can still train 3 times per week and experience great results. But I think the most progress you're going to experience if you're going to really practice the movements every
yeah,
day,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, you need frequency when you want to achieve like difficult progressions that need a lot of balance, you know, but it's not just a matter of strength. So
Yeah.
you need frequency. That's why like in my programs, in the advanced program, I give more frequency, you know, because when you're starting to learn to do handstand push-ups, I mean, it took me uh to get 5 handstand push-ups with good form. It took me 5 months, which is like,
five
it is
months of
yeah,
daily
yeah.
work, I presume.
Yeah, yeah, and it is crazy, but
It's worth it.
I mean it's really worth it, and the strength you get is like amazing, man. I mean my shoulders were never in such great shape, and I used to do like a ton of weights and stuff.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that once you start to get good at the technique, which takes some time, then muscle gains start coming really fast because you know once you own the technique, then you can focus more on the muscle contractions and all that.
Yeah, so that size follows strength. It's always like
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, that's why I really like that quote you just said.
uh,
Awesome, awesome.
and it's yeah, amazing. And furthermore, like it just looks badass if you're able to bust out a like
Yeah,
handstand push-up in front of everybody. Because let's admit it, nobody almost can do that. Like there's
yeah,
just
yeah.
few people who can do.
I actually made a video 2 days ago, like bodyweight exercise videos at the gym, where I say, uh, bodyweight is better because of the awesomeness factor,
Yeah,
which is a
yeah.
term of mine. And yeah, I mean, if you can do a one-arm pull-up in the beats, that's pretty badass. I mean, the other guy can say he can bench press like 200 pounds, but
Yeah, but there's no
who
like a
cares?
bench press at the beach, to impress people waiting for you
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like 100 kilos or whatever you're lifting, right? You can do,
yeah,
yeah, and by the way, you can just do them anywhere. And you're the prime example that it's if you want to train with bodyweight exercises and you kind of can't, it's
mm,
basically your own excuse. I mean,
yeah,
if your health is like it should be, you have like a working body, right? I
yeah,
there's if I look around my apartment, I can see 3 places where I could do bodyweight exercises for pull-ups, dips, and also like pistol squats, assisted pistol squats. So it's not an excuse at all.
yeah, yeah.
So kind of now that you're looking back, what advice would you give to the younger self when it comes to building a great body? So when you were first starting out and you had a time machine, so now if you had a time machine and you could go back in time to Anthony that was just starting out,
Yeah.
what advice would you give him? So it could be one, two, top three advices. Do you have
Yeah.
anything you would tell him?
Well, my main mistake growing up was that I used to overtrain, because as I told you, I was like the underdog and the other people were blessed with better genetics.
Yeah.
I thought that, if I do more work, I'll be better than everyone, but I sort of ended up burned out. And consistency is important and hard work is important, but you have to combine it with smart work as well.
Yeah.
So consistency and smart work, number one.
So let's
Uh,
clear one thing. So overtraining comes around because of stupid practices and basically, yeah, stupid training practices. You can train every day and it's encouraged, but keep it smart,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's even that awesome book, Squat Every Day,
Dude,
and
one of the best books I've ever read about training.
yeah, yeah, it's awesome. It depends from the intensity.
Yeah,
So consistency with smart work, number one. Number two would be uh, progressive overload. I mean that's like the primary principle. Uh, don't forget to challenge yourself, but also keep stuff balanced.
mm,
And daily structure, like keeping notes of your workouts every day. Like I cannot mention how important that is. People never keep track. They just go to the gym or go to the wherever they train and just do random workouts.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
don't have structure and you don't keep notes, yeah, you're never gonna get past your newbie gains.
yeah, yeah,
And I'll even give like a fourth tip. My fourth tip is something I always say to young people who are really passionate because I can relate to them. You have to stay hungry. You have to be always hungry, but don't be so hungry that you get frustrated and that you become impatient, because impatience leads to injuries.
yeah.
And it's like to use like sort of a cliche example. It's like a flower. If you put a seed in the ground and you just stare at it, it's never gonna grow.
Any faster? It's not gonna grow faster, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'd have to give it time. Give your body time, and one day it will grant your wishes, whatever those are. I mean, I started 2.5 years ago.
Two and a
I
half
was
years
in
ago,
like the
right?
worst. Yeah, I was in the worst shape of my life. And nowadays I can do three handstand push-ups, which I never did. I can do one-arm pull-ups, which I never did.
One arm
I can
pull-ups.
do,
Nice job, dude.
yeah, yeah. I can do one-arm push-ups. I can do dragon flags like Bruce Lee. Uh, I mean, the sky is the limit, If you're just consistent, smart work, and structure, that's all you need. and stay hungry, but avoid frustration.
Nice, nice. These are like great tips. I would kind of do the same.
Hmm.
And so what's in the future for you, like training, dieting, physique wise? Do you have like any areas of special focus that you're planning to invest your efforts, or?
Yeah, yeah, I want to master more progressions in bodyweight exercise. I mean, I can do like all the stuff I told you before. I can do back levers. I'm working on my front lever. I sort of accomplished that a few months ago, but I got some pain in my elbow and stopped doing it.
Okay.
Another goal, which is sort of my dream of my handstand goals, is to do the extended hollow back handstand pushups. Do you know those?
Extended hollow back.
Yeah, Ido Portal does those.
Yeah, Ido Portal is awesome also. Oh, tell me, what is it
Yeah,
like?
he's crazy. It's amazing. So it's like a free handstand push-up, but when you go down, you bring your body to a horizontal. You bring your body horizontally to the ground, like sort of in a elbow lever.
Okay.
Like you're like in a planche position, but your feet don't touch the ground,
Oh, okay.
and you go all the way up again. Like we can put a link or something for
Yeah,
people to see
definitely.
it.
I'm gonna have a resources section and in the post.
Yeah.
And if you want to do something, especially when it comes to working out, there's really no excuse, dude. Like, especially for a couple of guys listening, you know who you are. If you want to work
Mhm.
out, then do it. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Just start with anything, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
read Anthony's website, my website, educate yourself. But the most important thing is don't get too paralyzed at the beginning, because everybody started somewhere, right? So it's
Yeah.
by consistent work daily, should I say, with smart intensity, that you're gonna like get to the physique, and you'll be able to do the bodyweight feats you always dreamed of. And so Anthony, this was like a really awesome interview, and I must also say that work. Tell us also more about your work. Like, where can people find more about you online? What are your current projects you're working on?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my website is homemademuscle.com. My Twitter is twitter.com homemade muscle. My Facebook is facebook.com homemade muscles with an
I'm
S.
gonna put the links all in the
Yeah, yeah.
details.
YouTube again, homemade muscles. I have a Tumblr account. Uh, those are the places you can find me. My book will be released
Uh-huh.
this month on Kindle,
So,
and it's gonna be free for 72 hours. Like Amazon gives you the ability to promote it that way.
okay.
So if you wanna get that, stay posted. I will mention when it will be free on my Facebook group and on my Twitter account.
Okay, and what's the book gonna be about?
It's basically the book I already sell on my website, but I've rewritten it like 3 times. I think I've perfected it now. It's my whole philosophy. It's my whole journey, my struggles with my depression, everything, a lot of stuff about meditation, and all my workouts, all the plans I give to people, basic plans, plans for beginners, plans for advanced. And yeah, it's basically my whole philosophy. So
So
it's
is
going to be pretty awesome.
so is people are gonna be able to get it for free,
Yeah, yeah, for 72 hours.
dude?
Yeah.
Then people, you guys listening, really have a motivation to get this. And yeah, so basically this wraps it up for today's Musclecast. I want to say, Anthony, thanks again for being here, and hopefully I think we could speak way more. Like, we have a lot of
Yeah,
topics we could cover, but maybe this is for another episode. So
yeah.
it's not gonna.
Sorry if I talk too much.
Dude, don't worry. No, you talk like the perfect amount. And
Awesome, awesome.
yeah, so guys who are listening, make if you liked this muscle cast, make sure to comment in the comment section. I really want to hear your opinion, whether you like this format of content. Should I do more of this? I enjoy doing it. It's be like, for me, it's way better than writing. And so make sure like to share it with your friends if you like it. And yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.